Sandy talked about nothing gets done overnight. And I can tell you my overnight had lasted 12 years. And the last 8 of those 12 years, we've been actively planning Memorial Stadium and the Simpson Center. What we have is an innovative engineering, integration of architectural history and design quality, and hours of hard work by design and construction teams. We're sitting here on the Lisa and Douglas Goldman Plaza will become the entry point and gathering on game days, as well as an important addition to our campus park the rest of the year. California Memorial Stadium represents one of the largest projects we've ever accomplished, and I think I probably could say the largest project. And the construction being done in 20 months is unheard of for any project, let alone one on the Berkeley campus. This building is on the National Register of Historic Places. It's been brought to a new level of functionality, seismic safety, and in my opinion, an architectural quality that's unsurpassed. The original architects of the building and the stadium knew that the Hayward Fault ran directly underneath it, and they addressed the threat as best they could. Engineering and our understanding of earthquakes has become far more sophisticated, and as the stadium aged, the campus knew we had to deal with this issue. Memorial Stadium had also gained a reputation as one of the best college football venues in the country due to stunning views, classic Romanesque design, and sight lines for visitors of the game that no matter where you sat, you would have no compromise in the game, and the quality of the game, and the quality of your view of the game. Finding a solution to the seismic problem that could also retain the look and feel of the facility was a complex problem and required creative solutions. The Simpson Center was part of the answer to the need for safe and modern training space for student athletes. Over time, offices and locker rooms were built into the stadium, and in the early 2000s, hundreds of staff and students used the stadium full-time. The Simpson Center, built adjacent to the stadium and carefully designed to sit below it, now provides 450 students with appropriate training and coaching facilities, as well as sport medicine and academic facilities. A great deal of investigation, expertise, and creativity went into finding a way to strengthen the stadium. Our team of architects and local engineers who are the best in the field collaborated with UC Berkeley faculty to take innovative information gathered from the site and turn it into a fix. Geotechnical experts dug trenches to make sure we knew exactly where the Hayward Fault lied. Ultimately, engineers designed a plan to build the west side of the stadium as 3 separate structures. The press box is a 4th structure that sits on top of the west side. From inside the bowl, you can't tell that it isn't all one building. Each section is designed to move separately in an earthquake. The north and south end zone fault blocks sit on plastic sheets that will allow them to slide separately with the earth, with the ability to move up to 6 feet of movement with no impact on the remainder of the stadium. And you can see clearly under the bowl as you walk through the main concourse that when you hit a seismic joint, you see conduit, all of a sudden it appears to be hanging below beams. And that allows us to have movement of the structure and all the electrical and plumbing systems without losing service. The press box looks perched, but is actually well anchored. The steel structure sits on 4 concrete towers that do triple duty by holding elevators and stairs, as well as providing seismic strength to the center section of the bowl. Press box is also connected to large shock absorbers, and if you have a chance to go in there, I love to point it out because they're remarkable. Take a shock absorber you have in a car, put it on steroids, and they're up there to control how much movement occurs in the elevator towers. All these building sections also have gaps around them so they can move and won't experience damage by hitting one another. All this engineering had to fit within the exterior frame of our existing structure. Our architects put great care into making this a modern stadium that doesn't look like it from the outside. It looks still like the classic Memorial Stadium we're all used to. We had an incredible team that made all these plans and designs a reality. At one time, as many as 400 construction workers were here daily. They poured over 50,000 yards of concrete, placed 14 million pounds of steel, and removed 300,000 cubic yards of dirt. The wood benches were all removed and recycled or reused. And right now, workers are putting the seat numbers on the new aluminum benches. Construction waste was also recycled. In the last year, more than 740 tons alone. I think it's important to recognize that these two projects will be used by the entire campus, not just intercollegiate athletics. The plaza will be open daily for the campus to use, and we expect it to be a popular site for students to enjoy the sun and gather. Within the stadium, we will be completing in the next year a 200-seat classroom that can be used for general classes. On a personal note, I want to thank all those who worked incredibly hard to make this happen. And I have to say that when you have a project that's done in 20 months, what it really represents is a team of people who understand that collaboration breeds success, not worrying about who's responsible to do what. And I think what they have done is incredible, and I really encourage you to take a look at the stadium when you have an opportunity. Thank you.